I'm back, baby. No more BS. We're just gonna go straight to the riding. Damn, from going to fresh dirt, dude, to riding it when it was a little bit wet. Look at this stuff. This stuff is all fresh. I love riding out here. It's so raw and like just fresh. I mean, some of this stuff you can see there used to be old trails. Hold on. I think I see a barking spider.
So dark.
Yeah, Ryan's running the tinties right now too.
I can't find my clears.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I have clear lenses for my goggles, but I don't want to change them.
How dark is it out here? Like,
It's like pitch black. I can't see anything.
Really?
All I can see is the ruts. Like this I can see perfectly because it's green.
Yeah.
And dirt.
This is a beautiful section too. It's like grass and stuff.
It's fun. I love this one because then you jump over the little river and then you go up the corner.
This is nasty. And everything that you guys are seeing, me and Ryan spent probably
A week.
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours a couple days after work just cutting this stuff. And it was pretty tough. I mean, I think the vibes were high because we were just so excited to get back on bikes and have our own little loop, but
It came out so good.
yeah, look at this little log hop we got here.
At the end of
Yeah.
I just sunk in. I was like, "Argh."
Yeah, I've been skipping it every time. I go wide, like way around
I
it.
just went around here and then went in.
Yeah, that's the way you gotta go.
I'm gonna hit this log super hot, and hopefully I don't hit Ryan.
Dude, I'm tired. How many times did I go around?
I have no idea. Every time you went past me, I was like running down the trail.
I was not expecting you to go that far, and I saw you like almost to the straightaway, and I was like, I have to go one more.
Yeah, you don't even need your bike to get around. I mean, it kind of sucks running, but
walk the whole thing if you want, and then you can like it's not like, all right, I gotta turn around on the single track to get this sick spot to try it again. It's like you just keep going around. I'm tired. I want to see that last video though. What's going on today, folks? Today we're in the garage doing garage stuff. What is going on today, my YouTube homies? You're probably wondering why I'm in a garage, or you're not, because we're starting this up again. This is the 15th time. If I'd be rich, if I made $100 every time I said we're starting this up again, but we are truly starting this up. For those of you that are wondering why I'm in my garage right now, it's cold out, it's rainy, winter, you know, winter. I've still been doing stuff, but it's really hard to film snowmobiles, and you know, it's snowmobiles. Like, I don't know. I don't have a mount, like I'm not a mountain sledder or anything like that, so, which I probably should, but you know, don't got 20 grand in the bank just to shoot right into the frickin' snowmobile that you only get to ride 10 times, but that's another story. Anywho, we're chilling in this garage today because I feel like it. I'll show you guys a little bit about what's going on in the garage. We're just gonna start garage stuffing, you know? After work, I've been pretty much in the garage every single day, working on something, and I'm like, damn, I haven't posted edits, I haven't made videos, I haven't done anything YouTube or Instagram or anything media related, you know? That footage, Sav Daddies, remember that guy? Dirt bikes, let's talk about it. We got a KTM 250 SX. I have gone through so many hobbies since I first got into dirt bikes. Fishing, motorcycles, jet skis, trucks for a little bit, but you know what? Didn't get into the whole diesel gang thing. That's a different thing. But I've gotten into so many hobbies over the past few years. And on a more serious note, all of them were extremely fun. I love action sports, I love adventure, I love getting out there into just everything. And what many of us go through and what I've gone through over the past year or two moving up here is it just turns into a blur. It turns into a massive blur. And much like social media, when you're watching stuff, you're scrolling through TikTok and Instagram and stuff, and it's all funny and stuff, but it's all just like, it turns into a blur. It's funny, but like 10 minutes later, you don't remember it. And that was the same thing I was kind of experiencing. Like, I was doing all this cool stuff, and like a day later, 2 days later, I was like, you know, I was never like hitting that, you know, it was never hitting. And then I remembered high school me, who was so excited just to get a freaking race bike. Like, that was a thing back in the day. I know. Like, I had a KDX 200, dear to my heart, still love that bike. My dad has that KDX 220 now, fully restored for him. That's what I ran back in the day, and I had so much fun on that thing. So I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not getting that full fulfillment? And I feel like a lot of people go through that same thing. They have all this stuff going on. I got a freaking zip tie in my boot. I feel like a lot of people like me have so much excitement to get into something, and then once they're into it, they don't truly feel it anymore. And I think it's one of the most important things that I have faced, and I'm finally going through this winter, of just finding that enjoyment and that happiness for a sport again. Like I mentioned before, that high school me, I was so freaking excited. I saved up, mowing lawns, working at a farm, $3,200 to pick up this bike that I absolutely transformed into my favorite bike ever, and I'm never getting rid of this thing. You could not pay me any amount of dollars to get rid of this thing. Maybe $10,000 No, but seriously, you could not pay me any amount of dollars to replace this thing. Like, I freaking love it. I would buy a new dirt bike before I got rid of this thing. I'm not gonna talk about like what I'm gonna do in the future. I'm gonna make all these cool videos and stuff. Like, I'm already gonna do that. That stuff makes me extremely happy. And not getting views, making money off it, doing like all this stuff that doesn't matter. Like, filming truly makes me happy. I feel like there's a lack of that kid excitement in people that we used to have as, I don't know, high schoolers or middle schoolers or whatever, being so freaking excited for life. Like, I want to get a job. I want to be able to afford this thing, and I want to be able to do it. I started making a little bit of money, I got a job, and I got into all these sports. And this is a prime example of one of the things that I've gotten into. It just didn't hit me the way dirt bikes did. And this bike did more than just give me something fun to do. And that's kind of my point. Don't try, I'm not saying to not try things. I'm saying explore, find that thing that makes you super passionate and makes you feel like a kid, and do not stop chasing that, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that is important. So the grand scheme of things is, if something really makes you happy, and I'm not talking about like me twisting the throttle on my Harley and like, wow, that was cool. Like, I'm talking about truly, like, you think about it at work. You go on TikTok or Instagram and you're like, I want to go do that now. It like fires you up. You listen to a song and it fires you up. You think about a dirt bike. It could be anything: fishing, dirt bikes, motorcycles, snowmobiles, jet skis, anything. If it fires you up, dude, you need to chase that. Have fun, do your own thing, be yourself, and like literally just freaking send. Like, find that kid. Just be weird. So, anyway, So what's going on with this Harley? I'm trying to get this thing sold, and if you look up here, I got a fat dent in my gas tank. So I swapped the gas tank out. Doesn't have the same gauges. It didn't have the speedometer and the RPM gauge here. So I reran the gauges up here, got this little fancy mount thingy. And in order to hide like this wiring mess, I got a windshield. I don't feel like painting it. I'm just gonna sell it. It looks fine. If someone else wants to paint it or take it off, they can. I'll give them that option. Now on my KTM, the rear end is completely off. So I was doing my annual service of the bearings on the linkage. And when I took it apart, I noticed it was lacking grease. So I repacked everything with some Bel-Ray waterproof grease. As you can see, it's kind of sticking out there. And then when I took my swing arm off, oh crap, I threw the freaking, oh no, they're right here. The bearing, actually this bearing was fine. I took the bearings off and I noticed this side was fine, this side was blown out and it wouldn't move at all. The easiest way to test a bearing is to just grab it almost like an axle running through it and try to move it. And if it moves easily, they're usually pretty good. If it moves rough and it's kind of crunchy, or if it's seized, they need to be replaced. So part of this project is I need to move all this crap out of the way so I can get to the jet ski. I like to call this my little like shop area. I got all my lubricants that are all over the place. That takes one day to get unorganized again. So I gotta move all this crap out of the way, and then I can have it in my little workstation. I don't wanna move the KTM just because the bearings are coming in soon. But yeah, that's the gist of this. I kinda wanna start recording after work, working in the garage, just because it's content. You guys can keep up with where I'm at, keep up with what I'm doing. And even if it's not dirt bikes or mechanical stuff, I'll still be videoing. Also a cool addition to the shop is this freaking toolbox on wheels. That's perfect hip height. And you can divide it up with all your stuff. It's all my wrenches, and yeah, I gotta organize that. And I also gotta organize that. But this one looks mint. But we'll start taking this apart. I know I got my cheating electric ratcheting wrench. Oh! All right, we're not gonna put it on my kneecap. So this guy goes whoppa, and then goes whoppa. And then there's two really not cool nuts under the carb right here. That's really hard to fit into. Let's see how good I am. Looks like a 12, 13, 12. Now if I had my extension, I'd be able to do it. You like that? Nope, don't like that. I don't like that at all. Dude, it is not moving. Oh, look. I'm going home. I'm going to bed. Don't really know where my my other battery went for this, so if this dies, we might be momentarily charging it. Some of these screws on this thing are clapped out, and luckily this comes with a couple. So I'm gonna replace the more clapped ones. Like that one's pretty bad. They're all pretty bad. But for years and years of doing this, one thing I didn't show is that I replaced all these. I got a purple frame, so I figured some shade of purple would look pretty cool. Looks okay. I mean, this is pretty like smudgy, but it's nice to, like I said, it's nice to replace these just in case. Looks okay just looking at it. It's pretty scary that I know like the page that I need. All right, looking at these things, if you don't understand them or you haven't looked at them before, there's like a jetting chart. It's a base setting. I want to reiterate that fact that it's just a base. It's just like a guideline. Every bike runs differently, so you got to adjust it. So usually you're somewhere down here. I don't think I'm that high up, so I think I'm gonna be 0 to 1,000 feet. And then it is what is it, 42 to 60 out right now in the spring. Come out here and grab my bag of jets. You always want it somewhere clean. So it said 162 Main. I don't think I've ever seen that. Is that oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but it's not a bad idea to replace that. Because a lot of dirt will get in there. That's freaking sick. Well, Tusk, you're really impressing me. Comes with a new clip, dude. That's sick. Out of here. See how this one goes. Ooh, you ran away on me. So just like before, I like to compress it, get the cable in there. Sometimes you lose the cable, but then it gives you that workability. You don't have to battle the spring the whole time. So that's on there. Oh. So I skipped through a little bit putting it together because a lot of the stuff was pretty boring. But we did a fresh oil change, new spark plug, polished a couple parts, got new brake pads on there, rear brake pads. It's got fresh tires. She's ready to go. And then we slapped the carb in there. And then I grabbed some ethanol-free gasoline, and we're gonna let her rip. I'm gonna start it. Oh, we got a new filter in there too. So, just off of first impressions, this thing's a tad rich in the main jet. As you can see, it was super responsive in the lower revs. So it'd get right up there. Not smoky, not boggy. Ugh. And it was just a little bit rich in the main. So I might swap out the main jet a little bit, and she should run mint. I mean, it wasn't terrible, so. We'll swap out the main, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of spooge coming out of here. But we'll swap out the main, and it should be dialed after that.